Please be seated. Good afternoon. The UAB School of Health Professions welcomes you to our Graduate Professions Program's hooding ceremony. On behalf of the University of Alabama Board of Trustees, the officers of the University of Alabama system, and the school's faculty, staff, students, and administration, I want to offer a special welcome to the graduates, to their families, and to their friends. We're joined today by a group of distinguished individuals I would like to introduce. I ask those introduced to remain standing once your name is called, and I ask the audience to withhold your applause until all have been introduced. First, UAB Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Pam Benoit. UAB Dean for the Graduate School, Dr. Lori McMahon. UAB Dean for the School of Dentistry, Dr. Michael Reddy. And then School of Health Professions Executive Committee members, Katie Adams, Senior Director for Development. Ted Bertrand, Assistant Dean for Undergraduate Research. Donna Slavinsky, Senior Associate Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs. Tracy Cinco, Assistant Dean for Student Recruitment, Engagement, and Success. Melanie Talbot, Assistant Dean for Administrative and Physical Affairs. Janelle Chiacera, Senior Executive Associate Dean, and today's reader and distinguished faculty member in music, Paul Musteller. Please give these individuals a warm applause. Thank you. We're also joined today by an incredible group of School of Health Professions faculty. All of the ones who are here for this particular ceremony have been directly involved in the mentoring of these particular degree recipients. They're mentors, they're teachers, they're friends, they're sometimes a shoulder to cry on, and sometimes a person to prod you along. They provide opportunities and guidance, and I would like to recognize them for the outstanding contribution to our school. So I would like at this time, if you would, for all the members of the faculty, including those of you who are faculty members on stage, to please stand and let's welcome them as well. You guys can all be seated. It's now my distinct pleasure to invite UAB Graduate School Dean, Lori McMahon, to address the graduates.
Good afternoon. Today marks both a culmination and a commencement. We reflect on the years of rigorous study, research, and service that brought you to this ceremony, and we celebrate your passage into a very promising career that lie ahead. You have excelled in graduate programs that are nationally acclaimed, ranked among the nation's best by the U.S. News and World Reports and other publications. You join the ranks of the school's alumni who are accomplished healthcare professionals and leaders around our state and nation. And you carry with you not only the knowledge and skills you have acquired, but also a deep commitment to service. You have participated in this school's tremendous support of the UAB Benevolent Fund, including the construction of 2 Habitat homes for families in need, as well as outreach efforts around our local and global community. Equipped with your degrees and with the dedication and talent it took to earn them, you are poised to make outstanding contributions as leading professionals in your fields, advancing the delivery and administration of healthcare, pushing the envelope in research, and training future leaders who will follow in your footsteps. You will be doing so in a time in which the pace of discovery, technology, and advances in healthcare is more dramatic than ever. In every aspect of health-related fields, there is more possibility and more promise than ever before. You will all be seizing those opportunities at the vanguard of improving health and quality of life at home and around the globe. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lori. It is my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Michael Reddy, who will be our speaker this afternoon. Dr. Reddy is internationally renowned as a master clinician in the area of periodontal therapy and dental implants. He's also an outstanding teacher, an outstanding researcher, an outstanding administrator, and an outstanding clinician. Dr. Reddy is the 8th dean of the School of Dentistry, the only school of dentistry in the state of Alabama. Since he took over in 2012, the school has jumped from 15th to 1st among U.S. dental schools in the National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research funding. He is a graduate of the Harvard School of Dental Medicine, and he's been awarded nearly 60 grants as an investigator or co-investigator. He has earned continuous funding from the National Institutes of Health for more than 20 years. And his research is focused on the interrelationships between oral infections and overall health, and also he studies regenerative medicine approaches dealing with the oral cavity. He has contributed more than 130 original reports, 8 book chapters, 136 abstracts, and I can just keep going on with numbers. But since 1989, as opposed to the 1800s, when he joined the UAB family, he has served as the chair of the Department of Periodontics, senior scientist for a number of centers, including the Metabolic Bone Disease and Aging Centers, assistant dean for planning and clinical activity in the School of Dentistry, and was the interim dean prior to being named dean. I credit Dr. Reddy's overwhelming success somewhat to his philosophy in dentistry and in life. In his own words, he said, "I believe in building a culture that embraces the uniqueness of each individual and fosters collaborative environment, talented colleagues from around different racial, cultural, and ethnic backgrounds that leads to diversity of thought and results in greater success." On a more personal note, since 2012, I've had the opportunity to work directly with Dr. Reddy, with Mike, on a number of things. And what I have found in his leadership skill and in his life as a person, he is one of the most collegiate, thoughtful, and compassionate human beings that I've ever been with. He is an outstanding counselor, cares deeply about education, and cares deeply about his patients. As a matter of fact, I am one of his patients, and I'm not breaking any HIPAA violations here for those of you who know what that is, because I can disclose who I see as a dentist. And the bottom line is I'm a dentophobe, which for those of you who may not know what that is, that means nothing makes my heart race faster than having to walk through the door of his office. But he has been so incredibly compassionate that, and I guess partially the drugs, have actually made me very comfortable with some work that I've had to have done. But the point is, his whole approach is not just doing his work as a clinician. It is a very compassionate, caring, and individualized approach. In talking to him the other day, Michael will be leaving to go be the dean at the University of California at San Francisco in a month or so, and we're going to miss him greatly in that regard. And he was talking about all the colleagues he would miss and whatever, but he said, what I will miss the most are the patients that I've developed relationships through the years. And I think for those of us who are in the health professions, that's really something to think about, is how important those relationships are. So we're really grateful to have Dr. Reddy join us this afternoon. I believe he has things to say, and is definitely living the life that will inspire our graduates to much success as you guys move forward to the next journey in your lives. Dr. Reddy.
Well, thanks, Dr. Jones. That's rather unique introduction if I've ever had one, from someone. It's an honor for me to have the opportunity to address our newest UAB graduates. Today is a milestone in your lives. It's a time when you've made a dream a reality. Congratulations. You've completed a major personal milestone and an educational achievement, and from this point on, you are in recovery. You are now a highly trained health professional, one who's destined to make a positive impact on thousands of people, and that's a wonderful thing to do for society. Have you ever wondered, why do we have a big celebration for something as personal as a graduation or a wedding? In fact, Why are the faculty and institutional representation here, the leaderships here today, why are your friends and family here? After all, you did it all by yourself. Sure, they provided a little money, some groceries here and there, a little advice, and emotional support. So is this a celebration of your accomplishments? Yes, but maybe it's something a little bit more. The commencement ceremony recognizes the changing relationship with our professors, the university, and our community, and herein lies the particular power of this celebration. So today my job is to tell you how to be extremely successful. So here's the first part of this life hack. Few of us ever achieve big success alone. Big success happens when we work with others in a team, a group, or a family. I know some of you are thinking, I hated those group projects in school. I always had to drag those other slackers along. Or you're thinking, because of my placement in the alphabet, I always ended up with Captain Annoying as part of my team. Regardless of how you felt about those group exercises in education, working with others as part of a greater environment is the key to big success in life. So today is a celebration of the power of your support team. Is there evidence that great things happen in teams? Let me tell you a story. Our story starts with a scientist traveling down a river in Southeast Asia on a hot, humid night back in 1935. It was a beautiful river lined with thick mangrove forest as far as the eye could see. The water itself was infested with snakes and crocodiles. Actually, the crocodiles and snakes have nothing to do with the story except to add a sense of danger to it. Our traveler goes down the river and sees a tree and gazes at it, and suddenly the tree lights up, beginning glowing as if it was struck by lightning, by a bolt of lightning inside the tree. And just as quickly, it goes dark. The traveler can't believe his eyes, although his amazing sight has seared a bright image on his mind. Then, unbelievably, lightning strikes twice. The tree glows again and then goes dark seconds later. Suddenly, in a reality-bending moment, the entire canopy of all the trees along the river, on one side of the river only, for thousands of feet or more, glows in unison. It takes a moment for our astonished scientist to regain his mental reasoning and to appreciate that he really wasn't getting abducted by aliens. He then studies the phenomenon, recognizes that the trees themselves aren't glowing. Rather, they were covered with a massive number of bioluminescent insects, all illuminating at the same time. Upon returning home, our traveler does what any good scientist would do. He writes a paper. Writes about his discovery of the synchronized lightning bugs. And then people believe it seems too good to be true. No one believes him. In fact, biologists ridicule the account. Why would male fireflies light up and glow in unison that would only decrease their chances of distinguishing themselves to potential mates? Mathematicians are equally skeptical. How could order come from chaos in nature without a leader to direct them? Fast forward to present time, looking at lightning bugs from the lens of modern science, it turns out that there is actually, in nature, a method to the madness of this puzzling behavior. In fact, if they all light up at random times, the likelihood of a female responding to a male is only 3%. But if they join in unison, create a brighter light, and attract even more lightning bugs to the mangrove trees, the likelihood of females responding to the males when working together is 82%. Okay, the moral of the story is more than the importance of a good wingman. There's a 79% increase in success. Not only when you don't go it alone isn't limited to firefights. In fact, working with others will increase your success. In 1974, George Lucas penned the script to the first episode that would become the multi-billion-dollar Star Wars franchise. Perhaps you've heard of it. The most iconic line in movie history, "May the Force be with you," was not part of it at all. The earliest version read, "May the force of others be with you." The force of others. So what does this arcane piece of movie trivia have to do with your future? Hidden in that tiny line lies both the problem limiting success and the secret to potentially increasing well-being, happiness, and ultimate success. Our society has become overly focused on the power of one, as opposed to the power of one made stronger by others. This starts at an early age. We think we're being good parents when we praise our children by saying, "You did that all by yourself. I'm so proud of you." All the way through school, during college, and even graduate school, individual grades, standardized test scores reinforce the notion of individual accomplishments driving future success. Through our experience in education, we're praised and we're judged for our individual attributes on what we achieve alone. In fact, society teaches us that it's brighter to be the only bright light than to be in a forest full of bright lights. But research actually shows that individual achievement is not statistically predictive of big-time success. Rather, for the rest of our lives, almost everything that we do that will be successful will be connected to others. So, as you move forward in your career and life, you'll find time and again that individually you can achieve small success, while big successes are most often accomplished through teamwork. Big success depends on harnessing the force of others. Like the lightning bugs, when we all begin to shine brighter together, we have the force of the others with us. There's a special power that comes from a group of people working together toward a common goal. It's manifested in sports, and it's unmistakably the characteristic of families. And it is certainly an important part of health professions. So, in your workplace and in your community, remember that helping those around you builds a positive support system. You help to improve the creativity, productivity, and performance of others. The more you help the group to become better, the more you increase your own potential for success, and your success will increase exponentially. The force that's with you is the power of one made stronger by others. And the height of your potential is predicted by the people you surround yourself with. After all, it's far better to be a good player on a great team rather than a star player on a forgettable team. So, another key to big success is to surround yourself with people who lift you up rather than drag you down. Said another way, seek out people who bring out the best in you rather than bring out the stress in you. Big success is linked to happiness. Okay? Though some people think, if I just get the right position, I'll be happy. Or they believe, if I just get into the right relationship, I'll be happy. Or if I just get through this graduation. But most people forget that the link between happiness and success is a two-way street. And if that's true, then working on being happy will lead to big success. And data shows that it's absolutely true. So how do you become more resilient and build happiness that leads to success? At any time you're going through a transition in your life, like the one today, and you're stressed, first, remember to breathe. Then take some time to identify what is good, valuable, positive about the change, and pinpoint something you're grateful for. Gratitude. We all like to receive it, and we should all give a little more of it to others. Acts of gratitude and kindness release the hormone oxytocin that encourages love and bonding. Oxytocin has health benefits like lowering your blood pressure, it aids in digestion. It's a powerful thing. People who practice the expression of gratitude for a few weeks actually develop positive neural networks that promotes a positive system around them. Studies show that the most important factor in satisfaction in a job isn't the job title, it's not the benefits, it's not even money. It's the desire for gratitude. Yet, with all these benefits, some managers will hesitate to say thank you to their employees, believing that pay is enough. Don't be one of those people. People like to talk about random acts of kindness. I would encourage you to do intentional acts of kindness. Here's the key. The big acts of kindness and the tiny acts count the same. In a study that's been repeated hundreds of times, a group of people was asked to go into their neighborhood Starbucks and place an order the way they usually do. A second group was asked to express some form of gratitude, to smile, say thank you, talk a little bit about something with the staff member. The interesting thing about the study is they weren't measuring the outcomes on the barista. They were actually measuring the effect on the participants, and they found measurable changes in their level of happiness in the group that expressed gratitude. Ultimately, people who express appreciation not only have a positive effect on others, they are more resilient in daily challenges, they are more productive, more trusting, more likely to help others, and happier at work and home. Remember why you have this education and express your sense of purpose. In a now famous presidential address, JFK announced that we're going to land a man on the moon as a nationwide grand challenge. Shortly thereafter, during a visit to the NASA Space Center, the president noticed a janitor carrying a broom. So he interrupted his tour, as he did many times because he was a people person, and he walked over to the man and said, "Hi, I'm Jack Kennedy. What do you do here?" To which the janitor looked up at him and responded, "Well, sir, I'm helping put a man on the moon." So the next time when someone asks you what you do, tell them not what you do, but why you do it. People who can express why are more successful and happier. It's important to take care of others, but to also remember to take care of yourself. When you put things on your to-do list each day, be sure to look at it and see what you've added and to see if it's contributed something of meaning to you in your own life. If you find nothing does, add something to it. Add constructive rest. Now, that's not vegging out in front of the TV or social media, but go for a walk, work out, do yoga, meditate, visit a friend. And don't let the "I don't have time for myself" mantra limit your happiness, because if it limits your happiness, it will also limit your success. You are entering an exciting time of your life, and I wish you all the best. So the secrets to being successful and happiness: if you learn to work well with others, to express gratitude, to take a little time for yourself, and remember, what you do matters, big success and happiness will follow. Just take a look around at this unique gathering of people here today. Look at the people who are here, creating a positive energy of support for you, the graduates. May the force of others be with you. Thank you.
It is now time to confer the degrees, and it's with great honor that I again introduce Dean McMahon. Dean McMahon, I present to you the candidates for conferral of degrees in the Master of Science in Biomedical and Health Sciences, Master of Science in Genetic Counseling, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Science in Clinical Laboratory Sciences, and Master of Sciences in Health Informatics. Would candidates for these degrees please rise and remain standing? Dean McMahon, the candidates before you and others have completed all requirements for the degrees as listed in the commencement ceremony program. On behalf of the faculty of the School of Health Professions, I recommend that these degrees be conferred.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Alabama System, I confer upon you the particular degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining.
Congratulations, and you can move your tassels to the left. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. You can please be seated.
I would like to introduce Dr. Cesara, Senior Executive Associate Dean.
I now invite the Biomedical and Health Sciences Master of Science candidates forward to receive their hoods. We ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all candidates have been hooded.
Hunter Gibbs. Sterling Brown. William Coppice. Adriana Reyes. Markia Petway. Nia Taylor. Sheena Samuel. Ashley Cheeto. Denicia Thomas. Anna Marie Wright. Adam Middleton. Saul Harris. Kevin Lee. Jasmine McNair. Bianca Godwins. Brittany Martin. Autumn Beavers. Olivia Stevens. Malak Jaber. Jamelia Decker. Jakara Brown. Mia Broughton. Alexis Maynor. Giovanna Pickens. Scott McGee Taylor. Ariana Monet Bedford. Jarquisha Janae White. Tommy Ralph McRae III. Mary Catherine Mitchell. Lindsay McCausland. Shruti Simlat. Anastasia Azizian. Payam Aziskani.
I now invite the Genetic Counseling Master of Science candidates forward to receive their hoods. Again, we ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all candidates have been hooded.
Jenny Morgan. Erin McCown. Alyssa Cady. Sarah Carpenter. Morgan Beth Turner. Amanda Ludicky. Catherine Gunther.
I now invite the Biotechnology Master of Science candidates forward to receive their hoods. Again, we ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all candidates have been hooded.
Min Pham.
I now invite the Clinical Laboratory Science Master of Science candidates forward to receive their hoods. Again, we ask the members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all candidates have been hooded.
Jonathan Potter. George Risk. Mohammed Abalawi. Sultan Alatawi. Rakan Alatawi. Becca Brianne Weekly. Caitlin Cox Lucas. Amber Thompson McKell. Bonnie Ferguson. Allison Stokely. Brittany Hope Leach. Rebecca Abigail Carroll. Chandra Hall. Razan Al-Hefsi. Samantha Krinky. Sterling Gatlin. Dylan Gardner. I would like to introduce Dr. Slavensky, Senior Associate Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs.
I invite the candidates for the Master of Science in Health Informatics degree to come forward with their mentors and be hooded.
Carson J. Ralphs. Lona Wong.
Before acknowledging the accomplishments of these graduates, I would like to thank Paul Mosteller again, who kindly agreed to come out of retirement for us today. In order to do this, he has been announcing UAB graduations for a number of years, but he has always been the voice of graduation for the School of Health Professions. And so I want us to acknowledge and thank him for his pronunciation of names, which, if I had to do it, would be a real problem. Now I would ask that those of you in the audience please stand and join me in congratulating the class of 2018 with your applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you one more chance in just a second. And we want to thank you for your support of the graduates throughout their educational journey. Most of them, and many of them, would not be there if it were not for the contributions that you have made to them in so many ways. And we want to thank you for your participation in our professional hooding ceremony, as it means a lot to everyone in this room, and particularly our graduates. And graduates, I would appreciate if you would take just a second to thank those people in the room with your applause, who family, friends, parents, whatever, that have relationships with you, that have made an incredible impression and have been major reasons for why you are successful. So please, let's thank them for what they have done for you guys. Now I ask that everybody stand. Let's once again congratulate our graduates. Now I ask that you please remain standing at your seats during the recessional until the last graduate makes their exit. Immediately following the recessional, we hope you will join us for a reception in the adjoining rooms. To help you find your new alum or alumnus more easily during the reception, we have asked the graduates to gather near their degree program banners, like those banners, that are positioned in the upper and lower lobby areas. That way you can find your student a little bit more easily. Again, thank you so much for being here with us today, and congratulations to the class of 2018.